Are you organizing this event or because you want to raise an awareness for your brand? Are you putting this event together for marketing purposes, for promotional purposes? What is the outcome that you want to achieve? First of all, you've identified that, okay, what are the target, the people I want to come to my show. What's the demographics of these people? What is the age group? What are they? Working class? Are they sports people? You've identified who you want to target for that. So once you've done that, you now say to yourself, okay, now after I've done this event, I'm doing this event to achieve X, Y, Z. I'm doing this event because I want to achieve this and I want to achieve that. So that helps you to continue to plan and to write and to create this master plan. These are before you even think about venue and all this other stuff. This is what I think that you should first of all get to understand. Who are you targeting? What outcomes do you want to get? Number 3, what experience do you want your guests to feel at your event? I say that again. What experience do you want your guests to feel at your event? It's very important that you put your guests first. What experience do you want them to feel? Because if you don't understand what experience you want them to feel, you're going to find it difficult for you to please your guests that are coming to your show or to your event. What experience do you want them to feel? You want them to be, what emotions, what do you want them to walk away from your show feeling, wow, this was good, that was good. We'll go into more details later in a different show, how to create these different kinds of experiences. But I think just for now, it's just for you to get this little picture, what experience you want them to feel. Then number 4, I'm going to call Julia in about 2 minutes, but I just want to give you a quick, number 4 will be, what knowledge do you have as an individual to put all these together? What knowledge do you have to put all these together? Can you put it together? Do you have the knowledge to put it together? Well, let's find out. All right, let me give Julie a call, and I really hope that everyone's connected and everyone can see me. Hi, Mary Martin. I'm going to give you a call. I think for the planned time, I will call you. So please just bear with me. I'll call you on your phone, so don't worry. I'll give you a call. Thank you, darling. Right, let me give Bumi a call. Boom, boom, boom. My first caller was Julia. Now let's see. There you go, that's ringing.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Julie, how are you?
I'm feeling a bit better today, thank you.
What's that? You've been feeling down?
I've had sinusitis. Well, I've still got it actually, but I'm on penicillin now because I've had quite a bad infection. But no, I'm on the mend. I'm fine.
Oh, that's good. Get well soon. We don't want anyone sick now, do we?
I know.
Well, thanks for coming on air. You're live on the air at the moment.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Do me a favor. Can you just check on your phone or somewhere? I just want to make sure that we're live on air because my network keeps going up and in and out. So
oh gosh.
But it's okay.
Right, I'll have a look. I don't know how to do that. Technology befuddles me.
I've checked it now. We're good. Okay, today we're talking about events management, and I know you do a lot of events. So I thought, first of all, just tell us about yourself, and then we can have a quick chat about how to educate some people with some of your experiences.
Okay, well, what do you want to know? I'm a 60-year-old mum, grandma. All my children at one time or another have been somewhat in the entertainment agency industry. Mm-hmm. I've taught most of them myself, given them singing lessons, modelling. I've been part of an international model agency as a teacher. Mm-hmm. And I decided to do events management when my youngest daughter expressed an interest to model professionally.
Okay. Wow. So how have you found the journey so far? I mean, what would you? Yeah, go ahead. I thought you were going to say something.
The journey so far is great. I'm enjoying it. I'm a people person, so that's the first thing that you have to be. I think if you're doing events management, you have to love being around people, and all different types of people. So I love people, so that I'm in my element when I'm organising events.
Is it easy though? Is it stressful? Would you say it's stressful?
I don't think it's stressful. I think that it can be tiring, and it can be. I don't like to use the word stressful because I don't get stressed when I'm organising these things. I get concerned maybe that I can't find the right people for the right job, put them in the right place. Because I get concerned, I end up doing most of the jobs myself. So I'm pretty thin, across the not physically, but I spread myself pretty thin.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So if you're gonna say, like, if you give yourself maybe 2 or 3 key things that any individual should kind of know before going into events management, what would those 3 things be off the bat?
Be prepared to work and work hard and enjoy it. Don't think that you can do your 9 to 5 job and then come home and not do any events management because you have to work. I mean, I've sat at the computer talking to various people from 5 o'clock in the evening till midnight. So it's hard work. So be prepared to work. Be prepared to get tired. Be prepared for people to say no. Without explanation even, and accept that, and make contacts. Even those people that say no to you now, they might not say no to you in the future. So always make sure that you make contacts and keep those contacts. And actually, a little secret there, a secret to it is to actually find out about people as you're talking to them. Find little things about them so that when you phone them again or you get into contact with them, you can say, "Oh, how's your mum?" Or "How is little, Johnny? Has he recovered from his illness?" Etc., etc. Find out about them and be interested in them and make notes. So when you're talking to people, take notes.
I do agree, and I think it's very easy to. Because you want something from somebody, you're just talking and you don't really getting to know them, because you just want them to come to your show and then go. So tell us about your show. You had a show planned for April, if I believe.
Oh, we did. Yes, we had a show planned. The fashion event Cheltenham planned for this coming Saturday. I started to prepare for this at the beginning of the year, just before actually, it was probably about November, and had all the models in place, both adults and children, all the designers. In fact, I was turning designers away towards the end because people just, I had on board some really good entertainers which were coming along, and I think that people then could see that it was going to be a great event. And it was Cheltenham, which is sort of the heart of the country. People could travel to Cheltenham very easily. And then of course this happened, and this coronavirus happened, and I hung on until about 2 weeks ago, and then in the end I just had to say we're going to have to cancel. But I'm hoping it's not cancelled for good. I'll probably do it as soon as we can.
Definitely.
We'll get everybody together and do it again. But the good news that's come out of that is that I'm running for the models that had actually enlisted to come along and help on the evening, and take part. I've asked them if they'd like to be part of an online model competition just for them, So if they've been donating £10 to submit 3 photographs of themselves, and I've got somebody in my local area who doesn't know any of these models to judge them, and we've raised £562 today, up to date, and that money is now going to go to the NHS PPE fund. Because it was going to go to the Samaritans, but and the Samaritans is an amazing charity, but we thought at this particular time when people really need this PPE, we're going to try and get it to the local hospitals that need it. Yeah. So, and I think you can, if you're buying in bulk, these masks, they can cost pennies. So we should be able to buy quite a few with our £562.
Absolutely. Well done. That's brilliant. So what does it take? What does it take to put such an event together? Like, for example, your fashion show that you had planned.
What does it take? Determination. Yeah, I think you have to have the end sight. You have to know what you want to come out of it first. And once you can picture it in your mind, you can then, you sit down and you write your list. And I'm quite old-fashioned. Everything is done handwritten first before I start typing. So you write what what your aim is.
Yeah.
Like if you want to raise money for charity, right? We want to raise money for this charity. So for this charity, we need X, Y, Z. How many models, how many designers, how many makeup artists, etc., etc. So it does take a lot of determination and what you can try to picture it at the end, and then going to the venue. Of course, you have to have the right venue. And I'm not very good. I'm not got a very good imagination. So when I go into the venue, I have to visit it several times before I can imagine where the decor is going to, what the decor is going to look like. My husband's very good at it, but I am not good at it. I cannot think. I have to. I mean, we have lots of. For the last fashion event we did, I was pulling Leyland hedge out of my garden to make archways. Because I just thought actually that looks quite good, and so. But so you do have to have determination.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much. I know it's a bit short. We've got 10 minutes. I've still got 3 more minutes left. But I seem to be having a bit of technical issues. I think because everyone's home, so everyone's on the internet. So
everyone's on the internet, of course they are.
God. So it's making the Wi-Fi. But I've recorded it, so I can definitely play it later. So anyway, thank you so much for talking. And in case
thank you, Ronnie.
In case people would like to get hold of you, how can they reach you?
Well, they can email me Jusa Events, which is JUSA events at gmail.com, or they can find me on Facebook. Of course, I'm a regular on Facebook. Just look for Julie Morris, and if you look for the fashion event as well, that's on Facebook. It has its own page, so the fashion event.
Amazing.
So that's me, amongst other things. I do lots, as you know.
You do so much, and thank you so much for your support all the time, and your help.
Oh, well, I'm hoping that this year, or maybe your next event, I'll be able to come along and support you with that one, because I love the Cancer Africa events. They're such fun. They are such fun. So
we'll miss you as well. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Okay.
Take care, Ronnie. Stay safe.
No worries. Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for your support. We're just gonna go. Just need to go offline. We're still gonna be online, but I just need to double check just to make sure that the connections are working. I think we seem to have lost connection halfway through our conversation. So please bear with me, as everyone seems to be on the internet, so the internet seems to be crashing at the moment. So we're just gonna. So if you please bear with me, thank you. Okay, everyone, we're back on there again, and thank you so much for your patience. Now, we've got another fantastic guest that we'll be calling right now. So, today we're talking about events management. We're talking about some of the key things that you need to do to help you when you organize an event. It is important that you don't just jump into it. You need to have a passion for it. You need to be able to gradually build your knowledge, just to make sure. Big life interruptions. Yes, I think so. Don't know why that is, but we'll soon find out.
Hello, Ronnie.
Hello, dear. How are you? You okay?
I'm good. Thank you. I can't even go on live because it's interrupted.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think the network. I think we're having some challenges with everyone seems to be home, and everyone seems to be using the Wi-Fi. And I think where I live, I think it's quite difficult for them to give us enough band. But anyway, what I'm doing, I'm recording it anyway, so that we can play back. Yeah. We can play back afterwards, and I think that would work. So how are you anyway? Yeah. You okay?
I'm fantastic. I'm good. Yes.
Good. So just give me 1 second. Let me just kind of get your picture up on the screen and make sure that everyone can see you. So what are you doing at home today? How are you keeping busy?
I've got a lot of things to do. I've got a to-do list and keeping myself busy. And actually, I like this time. It's a reflection time. Doing all the things and doing me, TLC. I love it.
That's brilliant. So tell us, so for the viewers who are watching, please tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me.
Yes,
I'm a lifestyle specialist. Mm-hmm. So this means I work with people who want to improve their lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I do this through fitness, diet, nutrition, therapy, which includes counseling as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay, I mean, in terms of...
And I do other things as well, including, lots of charitable activities, mm-hmm. like I run Botswana community, and
yes.
I organize lots of events, of course. Yes.
You've been doing that for a while now, and you're very passionate about that.
I am. I'm very passionate. I'm a people's person,
Yeah.
I'm a bit like you, Ronnie. When you're a people's person, you're mm-hmm. passionate about people. You're passionate about giving back. Mm-hmm. This is all part of humanity. Yeah. And, we are similar. And you find that people who organize events, especially charitable events like, one you do, are passionate about humanity. They're passionate about helping people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So today we're talking about events management, and we're trying to, I know you're involved in organizing a lot of different things and events and support. So I thought I might pick your brains today just to get some ideas that would help people. If there's a few things,
definitely.
Yeah, so if there's a few things that you would like to talk about to help a few people, what advice can you give for people who would like to go into events management?
Event management is, it takes a lot. It's a huge amount of work. Yeah. That's what I would say. It's it's not something that you should just do just for the sake of doing. Like all the points that you said at the beginning, mm-hmm. Knowing what the purpose is and having the right skills, there is a lot. I don't even know where to start. But what I would say is, if you have experience, learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
But if you don't have experience, make sure you put together a team that has experience. Mm-hmm. And in events, Murphy's Law is very, very important. Do not ignore Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is very true. That is very true, though.
It is. With events, it is. expect anything to happen, and be prepared. And things like spending. Be prepared to spend, to use your own resources when need be.
Yeah, but is that? Yeah, go on.
No, it's all right. You go on.
No, you made a comment regarding that when you organize an event, that different things could go wrong, and how do you react and how do you deal with those things when those last minute changes and those last minute disruptions?
You have to consider them at the beginning, like when you're planning, make sure that you include them. Do a risk assessment, for example. Have backup plans. Have alternatives in place. Know that things will go wrong and just be prepared. That's all you can do, because everything can go wrong. If you're prepared, you'll be confident, and you find less things go wrong because you're prepared.
But at the same time, though, I tend to find that it is kind of maybe over experience. After a while, you get experienced in it. When you organize something, it might flutter some people. It might, throw some people off. The little thing, maybe you get there, the place is not ready, the venue's not set up, or somebody hasn't turned up, or the delivery hasn't arrived. So anything, reacting to those things, it needs a lot of calmness, doesn't it?
It does. You have to be calm. Just like you, you're calm. I've seen you at work. And, you're acting like, things are, they're normal even when they're not. It's a skill on its own.
It is.
You've got to have that. Because especially, like in the African sort of community, most people will let you down. And that's a fact. They do let you down last minute. How you handle that is very important.
Yeah. And so tell us about your I know that you're into marketing a particular product. I don't really quite understand it better, but do you want to talk a little bit about it, so just to whoever's listening?
That was network marketing. I did network marketing. I've given that up. It's a lot of work as well. It's way more than events management. Yeah, but I'm not doing that anymore. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I brought that up. So, what are you up to next? What's your plan? What's your plan for this year? What have you got planned?
This year, I've got lots of things coming up, and I see this quarantine, this isolation, as a blessing, because now I'm working on my next project, which, in a way, I can't give away the secret yet. But I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I'm always constantly
I'm so proud of you, though, as I see all the work that you do, and I'm just like, go, girl, you keep going. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, definitely. I mean, our minds are different. You know that. We're always looking for opportunities. We're always, improving ourselves and looking at other things. And this is how life goes. For us, our mind doesn't sleep.
Amazing. Thank you so much for talking to us, and looking forward to doing more and talking more with you and finding out more about what you do. I'll leave your information in the comments below so people can reach you and let you know. And I really want to say thank you, okay? And have a blessed day, okay?
Thank you so much, and bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Amazing. That's Trust, one amazing lady who's always supportive. And we just keep going and keep doing what we're doing. And now I've got a fantastic, amazing event organizer who I'm going to try to get on the air, and that would just be another fantastic person. There we go. We are getting through this. So this is like what we're talking about, like events where you put that event together, and some things happen at the last minute, and it throws you off, and you're like. We started putting this show together and everything was working fine, and all of a sudden the signal just went funny at the last minute. It's like the whole area just went on shutdown on Wi-Fi. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to crack on and improvise and see how we can do something different. So now I just need to get this up and running, and then we're good to go. So today we're talking about event management. We're talking about how this should be. This is so funny. This is good. Right, let me give Bumi a call so we keep to our time. There you go. That's good. Hi, Bumi. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to have you. This is my Ronnie Jacobs. You're live on the air at the moment. Hope you're good.
Oh, thank you. I've been struggling to log on. I've been having difficulties. You might have to update me a little bit on what you've been saying.
That's okay. Now, I think the challenge is the network is a bit slow today. So what we're doing, we're just recording it. If it goes on air, some people are getting it, some are not. But it's been recorded, so we're just going to play back afterwards and upload it as a video, which is okay. All right, so for the viewers who are watching, please tell us a little bit about yourself so they know who you are and what you do, please.
All right. My name is Bumi Oshiberu, and most people call me Bumi Meet the Royals, and that's a name that's been coined from my event management company that I've been running for nearly 3 decades.
Wow.
I'm the CEO of that event management company called Meet the Royals, and I'm also the founder and organizer of the Ever Invoke Fashion Show.
Okay. Amazing show, though. Amazing show. We missed it. When is the next one? In September, I believe.
Yes, it's going to be September the 5th. Hopefully, everything will have died down by then. All this COVID-19 stuff.
Yeah, so that's our prayer.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about events management. How do you find the whole thing? I mean, what advice can you give to people who want to go into events management?
Well, it's a fantastic, I would say it's a fantastic field. Mm-hmm. It's something that I enjoy doing. And if there's anything at all, or anything anyone wants to do, one thing I always say to people, never go into something just because somebody is making money out of it or because some famous out of it. Make sure it's something you want to do. Make sure it's something you will enjoy doing. Mm-hmm. When it comes to event management, it comes in various ways. It depends on which way you're looking at it. I've been doing event management privately for my private events and for other people for, like I said, for years. Yeah. What it entails is your passion for wanting to make sure that everything goes well during a particular event. And event management, it's something that goes between just going to decide I'm going to have an event and also being able to kind of make it come alive, your dream about what you want to do, making it come alive.
Correct.
It comes from the very moment you decided, let me go and make a little bit of research about this particular event. What is it about? That's the beginning of event management, really. It's not just the show itself. It's, right from the moment you decided, this thing is coming to my mind. I want to have an event or to start. And from the very moment you probably pick up your Google and just do the first research and say, okay, what is this about? That's what event management is all about. Till the time you now get, okay, I want to do it. I want to get the venue. I want to get the vendors. I want to, make it come alive. So there's a lot that's packed into events, and obviously depending on the kind of event you're talking about, private events, corporate events, and what have you. So it comes with its challenge, but as I said earlier, if it's something you enjoy doing, you'll be able to confront the challenges and overcome all the challenges.
How do you get most people who try to? I know you do a very, very, very big fashion show. So people who want to start a fashion show and they say, listen, I don't have the money to start and I don't have, what should they be, before they just jump into organizing a fashion show, what should they put together first? From your experience.
To organize a fashion show, I think the first thing that you need to think about is, why am I doing this? What is it going to be for a charity? Yes. Because some fashion events are just towards just a good cause. And it is a charity event. That's the way you can go about it. There's a lot of support there that you can speak to. But if it's like organizing fashion show, as in, I want to do this as my business. Obviously, we can't rule money out of it.
Yes.
And as I said to you, you have to really, first thing you need to do your research. How much would an event like this cost me?
Correct.
Where do I want it? Who do I want to be my audience? How large do I want it? And obviously, a lot of people want to start big. When I started quite small.
I like
sometimes you have to start. Yeah, sometimes you have to start from the scratch, and if it's something that you really want to do, start from somewhere. And with that, you can start with a little budget. But a lot of people want to start big. Well, if you can afford to start big, that's fine.
Yeah, but I always advise people not to make that mistake. I mean, you can't just start big. You have to learn. Unless you're paying someone to do it for you. If you're going to do it yourself and you say, I'm going to go do this big event at the London Excel Centre. I mean, come on, man. That's unrealistic, isn't it?
Well, it is realistic in some sense. As you said, if you have the fund. Yeah. If you can afford it, and then by doing that, you just happen to be the CEO. You hire all the professionals.
Exactly.
You can afford to pay all the professionals. You can afford to hire the venue.
Yeah.
If you have that much, if you are that buoyant, if you are that buoyant financially, yes, it's very possible. In that sense, I think it's actually easier when you have all the money, if you know what I mean. Because if you have all the money, you can afford it, then you're hiring an event manager. You're not the event manager yourself at that point, but you're just the CEO of that event. You probably want to hire a professional and a top-notch event manager. You're going to hire everybody to run around for you. You're going to pay everybody to do everything for you. But in that sense, you are not an event manager. You are the event organizer or the
sponsor, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, so to speak. But it's your event. It's in your name, but then you are not the event manager. So with that, it's your money you're spending on errands. It's not you bringing out this passion in you.
I like that. You're spending your money on errand.
Yes.
So tell me.
That's why I say a lot of people that they do big events because they've got the fund.
True.
And, so if you don't have the fund and you want to be the event manager, you want the credit to yourself, then you have to start somewhere.
True.
And when I say somewhere, my definition of small might not be your own definition of small. Depending on how how much you can afford at the end of the day. But it is safer to start small, so that if there's a mistake or error, you're not losing out too much.
Amazing.
Because there's likely to be an error. There's likely to be there's likely to be challenges and all. And if you have put so much effort into it and make it so big at the beginning, you might crumble so much that you will never be able to rise up again.
That is true. It's amazing that we've been talking for 10 minutes already. It's like you've got so much information inside you that the time just flies. So I'm going to have to arrange for another longer time so that people can get more knowledge out of you and more information.
That's fine. Anytime. I'll be
tell us about Everinvoke quickly, please, before.
Everinvoke Fashion Show is we're going to have the 7th edition of Everinvoke Fashion Show. It's an event that was set up to bridge the gap between the African fashion and the Western fashion. And it's an event that we are trying to kind of bridge the gap between the upcoming fashion designers and all, and the people that are already gurus in the field. So it's like bridging the gap, so to speak. We've been doing this for the past 7 years. Our 7th one is on the 1st of September, and it's going to be at the Holiday Inn in London Regent Park this year. So we are hoping that all this will have gone down by then. So looking forward to a fantastic show.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I was at the last one. I think 2 years ago, it was really amazing. Last year I couldn't think I was in Paris, but I can't wait for this next one, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Thank you so much for everything. I'll speak to you next week. Take care, okay?
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye. That's Bumi, one amazing lady. And today we're talking about event management. We're talking about different things that you can learn, and we're talking to different guests who have been organizing events. And finally, we've got an amazing lady called Mary Martin. So I'm just going to give Mary Martin a call and then talk to her about her experience. She is a guru in this field, and then we can then summarize. But it's been one amazing experience, and here we go. I hope you can hear me, which is...
Hello?
Hi, Mary. It's Ronnie here. You're live on there. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, everybody.
I already told them that you're one amazing lady, and you got so much to give. How's your day?
Thank you.
How are you spending your day, dear? How are you getting on?
I'm spending my day like every other day in my room, just sitting here looking at the 4 beautiful walls and thanking God for the daylight, thanking God for the night, thanking God for my eyes, my hands, my hair, everything that God's given me. I'm in here and I'm loving God. I'm getting to know God more because I'm in my room and it's me and him. He's angry at the minute with us all down here. So, I'm reading my Psalms. I'm doing my prayer warrior in the evenings with my pastor Ruth from the church. Wow. And I'm just loving it, really.
That is amazing. So tell us, for the viewers, the people who are listening, just tell us a little bit about Mary Martin London, please.
Mary Martin London is a bundle of fun. Mary Martin London is a fashion designer with a difference. I call myself a fashion artist because my clothes are very artistic and I like showing my art because I've got a little flair of some eccentricity which I love showing the world. I was supposed to go to Switzerland to do a show for the government over there, but because of the coronavirus, everything was shut down. I was supposed to go to South Africa, so all my plans for this year were just shut down. But I just thank God for my life and thank God for His love. Yes.
I think that's the way to look at it, because you can always go to these events after this whole thing has passed. And when is the one in Ghana? When is that one? When was that show? Is that earlier or was that past already?
Oh no, Raj Gideon has called me. I usually do the Mercedes-Benz, but he wants me to come there in September. Okay. But right now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere until they sort out the air. I'm not going anywhere at all. So I have my studio in my home, so I can just create. And when I come out of this, God knows what He will bless my hands with.
Exactly.
But, it's all good. I'm happy. And anybody else out there, if you're indoors and you can think back to your childhood, any of them hobbies that you always wanted to do or anything you wanted to do or try, now is the time to try it. You can even go online, go on YouTube, have a look on YouTube and how to do things, how to make things. If you're looking for another career or looking to do something else, just look and research and find what you really want to do. Now's the time. Now is the time.
Absolutely. Now is the time to... I've always wanted to do this online talk thing, but I've never really had the time. So now I just thought I'm going to dedicate this 1 hour each day and get it done. So even if I do it for all this period, at least I've done it and just see where it takes me. So I love that.
You know what? You know what, Ronnie? I come online maybe every other day. There's a 95-year-old woman, English woman, her name is Dee, and she called me live on Facebook and said, I think she's very, very ill. I think she got leukemia. And she said she looked forward to seeing me online because I cheer her up. So I try and go on there as much as possible. I've only been doing it for a week, but I've been cheering people up. And I'm very, very happy. But, because I'm recovering from the virus myself, I can't do it because when I get on there, I give it my all. And after it, I just collapse. So today I was just having a day off. So I was very happy when you said I can come and have a little chat on your show because I thought, that's fine. I'll do that.
Thank you. So we're trying to give people some feedback and some advice today on events management. And I know your bundle of experience. So I thought I might just pick your brains a bit. What advice could you give the listeners, people who are thinking of going into managing events and organizing events? I mean, what tips do you have for them?
Well, I'm like a freelancer. I always play it by ear. So if I'm going to do a fashion show or any other event, as a matter of fact, first thing I do, I get the models, get the makeup artist, I get a venue, and then I put the event on Eventbrite.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start preparing. I'll give it about 3-4 months before I'll do the show to make sure everything is going to be on point.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to have a singing artist in there, you know, think about what you're going to have inside of your event to make it juicy. If you're going to be doing a live event with singers, make sure you've booked all the singers and everything, everybody's ready to go.
Correct.
Before you even book the event on Eventbrite. It's like me, I have to make sure that I book all my models and got all my models before I do my event on Eventbrite. Because if the last minute comes and I can't get anybody to come to do the modeling, and I've sold the ticket, then there's no show, and then I'm going to be sued.
Exactly. But how do they get these models though? Because you mentioned some components of so many things there, and those things, if you don't really have the experience, it might be difficult to get.
Oh no, I've never had any experience. I've just got up and gone with my own initiative. And me personally, when I'm making my clothes, I like to go on the street and I like to pick my models, who's going to be in what dress, because I see them. If I see somebody who looks, wow, that dress I made will look amazing on her, I'll run and say, darling, would you mind doing a fashion show for me? It's either a yes or a no. And if it's a no, I hold my head up high and I walk, because it's only 5 minutes away and I'll be away and you never see me again.
That's true.
You know? Usually when I show people my clothes and say, would you like to do a show? You look like you're going to fit in one of these dresses. I've had about 3 no's in all my life, but that's not bad. Always trust in God. And I know the power of my clothes, and I know when people see the clothes, they're not going to say no, because every girl's dream to wear one of them dresses, even mine, although I can't fit in one.
Now, I love the British flag one that you took a picture on. Was that last year or 2 years ago? With the
but that was like 2 years ago I did that. Because, reason why I call myself Mary Martin London, my name is actually Mary Martin, but when I went on and I tapped my name in there, Mary Martin, I realized there was another Mary Martin in America who was JR's mum. JR used to be in the what's that program? JR used to be in the this program with Sue Ellen. JR, Sue Ellen.
You lost me.
I forgot what the I forgot the name of the program.
Okay.
But his mother was Mary Martin, and she starred in South Pacific. So it's Mary Martin, and she's in America. So I decided to call myself Mary Martin London, because I'm the one based in London, so people would know it's Mary Martin London, not Mary Martin America. That's how I ended up being Mary Martin London. And that time when I did that dress, I took about 2 hours to make that dress. I just did it off the top of my head. And basically, I made that dress, and I thought, well, I'll let people see that I'm Mary Martin London, because I'll put the English flag on.
That was really nice. 2 hours.
Yeah, I put that dress on. And when I made that dress, I made the dress for the Mercedes-Benz with Global Ovation in Ghana. And I thought to myself, oh, well, you know, everybody's black over there, so I'll just have to make myself noticed, let them know I'm from England. So I thought to myself, I'll wear the British flag. And that's how I ended up wearing that dress and making that dress.
Wow, amazing. You talked about the venue. So what do you look at? When you go for a venue, what do you look out for?
Well, it all depends. If it's a fashion, is it singing? Which kind of venue?
For example, for your fashion shows, and when you go,
the fashion venue has to have a bit of attitude. The fashion venue, it has to feel right. It has to have that feel. I couldn't go and do a fashion show and it's hollow and it's empty, and there's no character. You know, because I like the authenticity of a venue, you know, because I like to know I've got that vibe. When the show goes, it's going to be all fitting together. I couldn't just go out there and do a fashion show in the middle of a kitchen, because that wouldn't be right. I could never do that. It has to be in somewhere warm.
Fit the theme of your outfit as well, wouldn't it? And what the message. I think it was the Bon Jovi show you did. If I recall.
No, my last collection which I did, which I'd like everybody to know, because I finished my degree last year. I passed my degree in fashion and textiles.
Congratulations.
And the fashion show that I did with my textiles were called Slaves in the Trees. And if everybody knows, there's 400 years slave returned to Africa last year. We should have all listened, because we wouldn't be here right now, would we? But it's true. But you know, my dedication, as I'm an activist fashion designer, my dedication with my clothes, the prints were called Slaves in the Trees, and my fashion show was a dedication to the slaves.
Wow.
It was a tribute to the slaves. It was an honor to the slaves. So my show was Mary Martin London. My collection was called Blood, Sweat and Tears, and it was a tribute to the slaves, because I said if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here now. And I wanted to celebrate their slaves, you know, that they had been there and fought for me to be here today to enable me to show my clothes.
Amazing. Please put a link, once we upload the video, just put a link to that so people can watch it. And in case mothers are kind of fascinated and they love, just want to hear from you. I know since I've known you, though, you've been very inspirational and encouraging, and you just keep going, and please keep going. You know, there are so many people that are looking up to you and just learning, and they might not say anything, but they're just looking, you know, and copying and learning.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I say to people, God. My first thing that I learned, because my mother and father were ministers, the first thing they taught me was, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made. So I figured if God made us in his own image, and he did make us in his own image, I'm a creator as well. I am like my father. So I am creating like God. I say, God, take my hand, let me create. God will make me create. I don't copy people, because my inspiration is God. So anybody who's copying me is copying the wrong person, because you have to look to God and let God give you that special blessing. And we've all got it. We've all got a special blessing. Because you can't come and say you're going to copy one of mine, because it's not going to be the same, because I'm blessed and I know God's blessed me. So I always say, God, I leave it in your hands, and he blesses me and he tells me what to do. You know, if it wasn't for God, I mean, come on, my clothes are different. And where would I get all these ideas from? It's from my creator in heaven. He blesses me.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
It's funny enough, 13 minutes is just gone. We can carry on talking forever, man. It's just amazing. But thank you so much for the time, and I'll schedule another time next week, hopefully if you're available, so we can talk longer. And I can put more videos and have more links to you, so while we're talking, people can see what you're doing. I hope. All right. Yeah,
it's been lovely being on the show. Hi to everybody who's listening. Hope you get some inspiration out of this.
Yeah. And
I hope you all go back to your childhood and think about the hobbies and things that you would have liked to have done. Now you've got plenty of time to go and do what you want to do. And I hope you all get to do it and be blessed in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
You're full of so much love. Thank you so much, darling.
All right, then. Thank you, Ronnie. Speak to you soon. Bye.
You will.
Bye.
That was amazing, Mary Martin London. She's an amazing, gifted designer. So today we talked to some fantastic people. You know, we talked to Bumi, we talked to Trust, we spoke with Julia, and we also spoke with Mary Martin. And the whole idea of today's conversation is to talk about event management and talk about what motivates you and how to put events together. And taking little snippets on what everybody said, I felt that coming from Mary Martin, she talked about her gift. Excuse me, she talked about getting inspiration, where her inspiration was coming from. When she gets that inspiration, she has creativity, so that creativity allows her to express her gift through her fashion and through her designs, and that makes her work unique. So she has that gift and that uniqueness that helps her to be bold and brave and self-confident in her work. Speaking to Trust talked about learning, talked about how when you get a good understanding of what you want to do and the reason why you want to do it, that motivates you to do more and find out more and learn more. And when you do that, it makes you better at what you're doing. Speaking to Bumi made some very, very important points. She talked about having your own style. She talked about making sure that you get experience, the reason. She talked about the reason Why do you want to organize the event? What is your motivation? That when you understand that, when you get that motivation, it helps you to plan around everything else. And coming from Julie talks about dealing with all the last minute changes. You can plan everything. You can plan for everything to work out perfectly, but at that last moment, something can go wrong. At that very last minute, anything can go wrong. The something can happen. How do you adapt to those last minute changes? She also talked about the passion, because you have a passion for what you're doing. It helps you to stand and to continue doing it. She raised a point about being concerned and worried, or not worried, but not finding the right people to do the right jobs at certain times during a show, which now puts too much stress or workload on the organizer. So you can pick and choose and take little snippets from what everybody has said that will help you in your plan. So before you jump into any event, as I said before, first thing you want to do is you need to know who your targets are. Who are your target markets? Who are you targeting? Are you targeting, what age group are you targeting? What male, females, boys, girls, kids, who are you targeting for that event? Who are you going to build the event around? That's the first thing you want to do. And then that's called your target market. Okay. And secondly, what outcome do you want to achieve from that event? Do you want to achieve financial rewards? Do you want brand awareness? Are you doing this to raise money for a charity? Are you doing this as a business so you can have your own income? That's your number 2 on your checklist. And number 3, what experience do you want your guests to feel at your event? What experience you want them to take out of your event when they come to your show or to your event or to your party or to whatever activity, your sports event? What experience do you want them to feel? When you know the experience you want them to feel, it helps you to create that experience, because that is what you're creating. You're creating an experience. An event is an experience. So don't miss that. Don't miss that trick. Don't miss that understanding. It's the experience you create that makes the difference between A and B. It's the experience you create that makes the difference between one event and the other. We could do the same event, but it's the experience that I create that makes the difference between what I do and what somebody else would do. And then number 4, what knowledge do you have to be able to put all these together? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have all the knowledge, or you just have one small sector of knowledge? Can you go and get more information and educate yourself or learn more to be able to help you deliver that project? That's another thing you need to consider. And then finally, my number 5, start small. Once you figured out all this, just start. But start small. Start small, and then you grow and you grow and you grow and you grow. Have a fantastic mentor who I watch and I follow and I see what they do. And this is one of the mentors that I just look at and learn and listen to, and listen to him on air. I watch what they do and I see how he does what he does. And I've never really said this, but I think I'm going to say, so maybe when he hears if he hears, I don't know if I should or not. Actually, I don't know if you should know a gentleman called Eddie Hearn. He's a director in Matchroom Boxing. I watch what he does, I listen to what he says, and I learn from what he does. He doesn't know this though, but this is the first time I'm publicly saying this. So you identify a mentor, those that you speak to regularly, those that you can talk to and can call for advice. Also look for a mentor and see what they do and read their books and just follow their advices and their feedback and their talk shows and pick and see how they do what they do. And then you gradually, because if they have achieved what you want to achieve, you might as well understand how they got there. My name is Ronnie Jacobs, and I thank you all so much for watching the Ronnie J Show. Please click like and leave a comment, and also subscribe to our show. Until tomorrow, again, where we dare to dream. This is Ronnie Jacobs saying our main purpose of this event is to educate, motivate, and for us to dream together. One love. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's amazing, amazing, amazing.